Hi, my name is Gisela Marti, and I am the creative director for Tammy Taylor Nails. Today, I'm going to share with you a fun design that I call Seashell. Our guest artist is the new Dazzle Rock collection from Tammy Taylor called Treasure Chest. So, let's get started. For this seashell technique, we're going to be working with our new blue sapphire from the Treasure Chest collection. From the It's My Party collection, Party Crushers. From the Prizma regular powders, our Bonaire blue. From our Forever Whites collection, we will be working with the Satin white. And our Glitzy's white sparkling cloud. You will be using the Cover It Up Fresh Pink. And of course, the clear from the Competitive Edge collection. Our file, the 180 Zebra. Our brushes, the 3D brush and the regular acrylic brush. I'm going to be using the medium square. For our liquids, you'll be using the extra adhesive liquid to clean the brush cleaner. To finalize the cleaning of the Top Gel Plus, we will be working with our Clean It, our Dap and Dish for Prizma, and a small crystal Dap and Dish, a pointy tweezers, finalizing from the new collection Treasure Chest, the Polished Mermaid. The Top Gel Plus will be sealing the whole design. And to nourish the nail, our nourishing oil. Last but not least, our white bits and our towelettes. For this technique that I'm going to be sharing with you, which is a seashell, I first want to explain to you how to do the color shot technique, because we are going to be working with the color shots. Color shots has been created by mixing nail liquid with nail polish. So as you see over here, I have the Mermaid from the new collection from Tammy Taylor, the Treasure Chest, and I'm going to be putting some drops of the polish into my liquid. The more color I put into the liquid, the more color and concentration of color is going to be. Since our polishes are cream-based polishes, this is going to be a very creamy concentration of color, which is awesome for the technique that I'm going to be doing. The less polish that I put is going to be a little bit more translucent. But let me show you the difference. This one over here, I'm going to be putting about 4 drops of the polish, because I want a lot of that blue. And remember, this is going to be your taste. If you want even more color, then you're going to put a little bit more of the pigment of the polish inside of the liquid. So now, once I mix, I'm going to stir it. And you're going to see that my liquid is the color of the polish. That's why we call it color shots. Okay? Now, the next one over here, just so you see the difference, I'm just going to put only 2 drops, which is going to make it very translucent, but still will have color. So I'm going to put 2 drops of the polish. And I'm using the Mermaid, but you can use any one of our polishes to create these effects. That's why you decide what color you want. Okay, now let me show you the difference from one and another. Look how concentrated this look. See? Very blue. And look how less concentration is in this one. It's more watery, okay? So that's the difference of one and another. And once again, it would be your choice. If you want more concentration, you want more of the polish. Now, let me show you with the powder. I have over here the clear powder, and I have over here the white satin powder. So you can see the difference with both. When I dip and I grab a clear powder, look how awesome it looks. See? Now that is with the one that is very concentrated. I'm going to wipe, and I'm going to go to the next one, which is less concentration. And I'm going to grab from the clear powder, and you can see the difference of translucency. If you even want more translucency, then you just put only one drop. But look at the difference from one and the other. Now, let's do it with the white satin. So it would be your choice on any one of the technique that you decide to use the color shot. If you want to use powders that have a lot of base or powders that are clear. As you see, when I place this one over here, look. See the satin, but see how deep in color it is? Now let's do it with the less color. So I'm going to take the excess out, and when I grab it, see in the beginning you don't see nothing, but once you place it, you're going to see how deep this one is in color, and see this one, how less color it has. As you can see, this is the difference between the clear powder and the satin powder. They both have the same amount of pigmentation, but it looks different. One is satin, the other one has a more subtle look. When we look over here with the less pigmentation, like over here, this one is more translucent. This one is more into the opaque, less opaque than the other one. They both are opaque because of the powder, but the concentration of the pigment is different. Clear and satin powder. Could be the white, the regular white. It would be your choice. This technique is what we call color shots. Okay, so we are ready over here to start the design. And if you notice over here, I already had the almond of the nail plate already done. So what I'm going to be adding over here would be my blue sapphire. Then I'm going to be using the color shot color so I can do the rest of my design. So grab a ball of the blue sapphire and place it and push it to the side. Push it to the sides, to the other side. And since we're working with a lot of dazzle, if you need to add a little bit more of liquid, go for it. Be sure to clean completely everything. You want to be sure that everything is clean, that you don't have any piece hanging in top of the pink. Be sure to do the side completely, both sides. I'm going to clean this side over here. Okay. Wipe the dazzles from here. Don't want to see any dazzle right there. And now I'm going to slightly move it to the side. If you see, it's not completely straight. It has a movement, and the movement is to the side. This nail is going to have the shape of an stiletto. Well, actually, it's not going to be a full stiletto. It's going to be more round. Okay, so clean that area where all the sparkles are. And now we're going to move to the next color. Now I'm going to be using my color shot. Okay, I'm going to dip. But before I dip, I want to be sure that I move the whole color. I'm going to grab a ball about this size, and I'm going to place it right there. Okay, wipe it, clean, and line it up. If you need another ball, less, oh, go for it and place it. Wait for the color to settle and then place it. There we go. Now we have one with full color, which is exactly what I wanted. And I'm going to slant it also to the side. Pat and go to the side with it. Okay, there we go. Line it up on the side and with the liquid, clean it. And I'm not going to pay too much attention over here because later on I'm going to add some of the dazzles, the glitzes. So now I'm going to put over here another one, and it's going to be also with a color shot, but this time I'm going to be using my clear powder. See? It's different. And I'm going to place it right there. Line it up on the sides and slant it a little bit to the side to create that shell technique. So now we have two. Now I'm going for my third and last one. And this time what I'm going to be using is the clear powder. And I'm going to be touching my blue, my Bonaire blue, and then I'm going to place it right at the end of my nail. It's going to give me that blue effect, but with a lot of translucency, okay? Line it up. Be sure that it's lined up with your nail. And now it's time to take all the glitzes and place it on the nail. So this is when I'm going to use my tweezer. And I'm going to put glitzes anywhere I want that dazzle effects. And I want it all the way in my clear. Those dazzle effects. Don't worry about anything because you know what? When you encapsulate this nail, nothing is going to show. See, I'm going to put my pieces everywhere to create that ocean effect on the nail. Be sure to put some on the satin blue that we have and some on the clear one. There we go. So now we already have all the nail completely covered with the glitzes. Okay, now that we place every one of our glitzes, we're going to encapsulate with the clear powder. We want to grab a big ball like this one and we want to place it right on the area where the blue meets the pink. And now we're going to stroke down, stroke down, stroke down. Okay, I want to backstroke to be sure that it covers the nail. Then I'm going to come back with clear. Let me put a little bit of the glitzes over here. I missed a piece over here. And I want to be sure that I have my glitzes in place. Okay, go back, grab another ball of the clear and place it right in the middle. Okay, be sure to pat before stroking. And stroke back because you want to be sure that it goes together with the one that you placed before. And my last one, which is going to cover my tip, place it right on the tip, top of the glitzes, and backstroke to trap them all together. This is why we call it encapsulating. And all my pieces has been trapped right there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait till it dries. And once it's dry, I will be filing with my 180 zebra. Okay, before filing, now that I finished the encapsulating, I'm going to use a twine, a piece of twine. It can be any twine or any piece of thread, whichever you want to use. You want to grab it. And we're going to be creating some marks. And I'm going to press hard and then lift. I'm going to press again, hold it. I'm going to my next one. I'm going to take it out. Keep moving it because remember, as we are pressing, the little thread has some product and you don't want it to be stick in there. You want it to be easy until you get to the end. Wait a couple of seconds and go back again and redo it. Go back again, just exactly where you did the first one. Press. Don't press too hard that you break the nail. You just want to create that impression in the nail because this is the impression that is going to give us the illusion that this is a shell. There we go. Now we're going to wait till it dries and then we're going to file. Okay, let's file now because it's completely dry. You see, it's completely dry. And I took the form out so you can see the effect, how beautiful it looks. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up this side. I'm going to line up the other side. I'm going to do a filing over here in the top. And when I file this part over here, I'm going to be very, very cautious because I don't want to erase the impressions that I did with a piece of thread. Which, by the way, you can use any piece of thread to create these impressions. Okay, so this is exactly what I'm going to be doing now. Once the nail is done, as you see over here, it's completely done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a series of shells in this area in different colors. You can use any color you want. Whichever color you use, try to use one that is a little bit, aggressive so it can be noticed into the design. And in this particular case, since it's blue, I'm going to be doing one shell in yellow, another one in white, and another one in a double dip white and orange, which is going to be awesome with this blue that we have over here. The yellow that I have over here is a mix of white with a Day to Party from It's My Party collection to create a lighter yellow. Before we go further, let me explain to you how to do the shell. I'm going to use my three-dimensional brush. I'm going to dip it into the liquid and I'm going to make a big ball because I really want you to see how it is. So I'm going to hold a couple of seconds. Once I see the liquid coming through, I'm going to place my ball. I'm going to clean my brush and then I'm going to go right into the center and I'm going to pat and flatten the sides. Let me get rid of this from here. And I'm going to go one side. I'm going to go the other side. But always bringing the point facing into the center. Okay, there we go. I have a round shape. Now with the use of my pointy tweezers, I'm going to create some marks, which is going to be the impressions of the shell. And I'm going to start right here. And I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to go over here, center. Keep moving, but always the point facing to the center. Right there. Again, this part over here. Don't worry if something comes up. We're just practicing over here. You can always practice. And back again, creating those impressions. But look how the point is always facing to the center. Because that's what it's going to give me, like I said before, the shape of my shell. And here we go. Okay, now we're going to do the shells, this area. And we're going to start with a yellow shell. Be sure that you take all the excess of the liquid out. And take a small size bowl. This size is really a great size and place it. Remember what I told you. Wait a couple of seconds, and then you're going to flat the little ball to the side. Flatten completely so you can have a nice size shell. So there we go. Wait a couple of seconds and let's create the impressions of the shell using the pointy tweezer. So once again, over here, center, over here, center, over here. Keep moving the tweezer to the sides. And my last one over here. Go back again and check. And there's the first shell. Now we're going to the second one. The second one is going to be white. So I'm going to grab my satin ball right there. Wait a couple of seconds and place it a little bit far apart from the first one. Take the excess of the liquid out. And now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to flatten the ball to the sides, to the other side. Pull it a little bit back. There we go. Wait a couple of seconds to create the impressions. And start on the side. It doesn't matter which side do you want to start, as long as you go with the point to the center. Right there. Right there. Right there. Once again over here. Okay, and there's my second shell. You can go back and recheck to be sure that the impressions are complete. I want to open this one a little bit more. So there we go. We have the second shell. Let's go for the third one. And the third one, I'm going to take a small size ball once again of the satin white, but I'm going to double dip it into the orange, and I'm going to place it right there. Okay, I need that orange because it's going to bring out that blue. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to open it, up to the side, to the side. Once it's open, we go back for the impressions. Right there, right there. This tool is awesome because it can give you great marks in your design. So back again, I'm going to check my impressions for my third shell. So now that I have my 3 shells, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till it dries, and I'm going to cover my whole nail with my Top Gel Plus to seal. Right, now that our shells are completely dry, what we are going to do is we're going to take the Top Gel Plus to seal the whole nail. And on this particular case, be sure that when you're sealing the side or the point of the nail completely, you don't go too much into the creases. We want to stay away from the creases. So we're just going to go into the top, in the top. We're going to go in the top. See, as we go in with the shell shape. And if it happens that it goes into the creases, so what you have to do is just take your gel brush and clean the inside. So now that my nail is completely sealed, I'm going to cure it into my UV lamp for 2 minutes. All right, now that my nail is completely cured, the Top Gel Plus, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my wipe it with Clean It, and I'm going to be sure that all the stickiness is completely out. Okay, once it's out, my nail is finished. So let's recap what we did over here in the shell design. First of all, what we did, I show you how to do the color shot because we use color shot into this design. We took the liquid and we add the nail polish. I show you if you want a more translucent effect to use less of the color of the polish, and if you want a more opaque effect, then to add more of the polish to the liquid. Then I also showed you the effects of using with clear powder and also using with the white powder. We use over here both. We used the white powder and we also used the clear powder. We started by making the nail using the blue sapphire on the smile and slanted, giving a slanted shape. Then we apply with the color shot the two pieces, which one was the opaque and the other one was a little bit more translucent. And we ended with the clear, doing a touch with the Bonaire blue. To this, we add some pieces of glitzes, the white glitzes, to bring all those color out. Once it was dry, we encapsulated the nail with the clear powder. With the use of a string, any kind of string that you want to use, we created some impression going sideways, slanted, so we can create the effect of a shell. Once it was dry, we filed with a 180 zebra, and then we added the shells. This is the design. I hope you like it and enjoy it. How fun was that? I want to thank Saho Rodriguez from Manatí, Puerto Rico. She was the person who shared this idea with me a couple of years ago. So, say más, if you have a fun design or a great idea, send a picture and the step-by-step directions to creativedirector@tammytaylornails.com. Again, creativedirector@tammytaylornails.com. You may be the next talk of the town. Have fun.